Hi, this is Joseph Labrecque, and I'm going to be talking about how to embed a composition that's been created using Adobe Edge Preview 4 within an existing website. So here's my composition, and I've already, run this a few times in a browser and everything. So basically, it's this little pendulum thing. If you've seen some of my other videos on Preview 4, you've seen this already. But what we want to look at doing is actually integrating this into another website. So, for example, I've grabbed down some static source code from my weblog, and perhaps I just want to embed that in this area here. So to do that, I'm going to have to view the page source of my actual composition. And you can see here there's actually been quite a major change since Edge Preview 3, in that no longer do we have a number of different files being included for the Adobe Edge runtime. We basically have this one JavaScript file that's a edge preload.js that's being included. Within there, we've got some preloader function going on. And way down at the bottom here, you can see all of those other Edge runtime files and also the jQuery files that you would have seen in the main document before. So this makes it actually quite a bit easier to embed a composition in another website. It's less stuff to really manage, right? We also, of course, need to bring in the stage div, because this is what everything else is tied to. It's expecting a div with an ID of stage and a class equal to whatever our particular composition ID is. And even if you didn't have this number here, you can always go into your Edge project and check out the number from there. You can actually change the composition ID if you want to, call it something else. This just keeps it unique if you leave it at what Edge produces, and nobody really cares, right? So what I'm going to do is basically copy both of these. So I'm going to copy the Edge runtime, and here's the static file I pulled down into Dreamweaver. It's just a rendering of my weblog, so nothing dependent on PHP or ColdFusion or anything here. And inside of my head, I'm going to want to pop in that include for the Edge runtime. Now I'm going to grab the stage from the document here. So this little div right here, and let's actually close a lot of this stuff out, and Edge as well. And then in here, I'm going to locate the part that I want to actually have that stage be in, and I'm going to put it there. So it looks as though we have our banner right here. So we'll pop in that stage div. So now if we test this out in the browser, there we go. We can see that instead of the banner, we've got our stage div, and it's running just fine. Of course, this isn't centered on the page or anything. If we wanted to, we could go into our CSS file for the website and identify it by its ID or its class, and perform some CSS on it to actually center the thing, or position it in some other way. So it's really flexible how you're able to embed this stuff.